Right, good afternoon, everybody. I've just stepped off a plane, so if I start slurring, I'm not drunk, I'm just a little bit tired. And I wouldn't have missed this opportunity for anything. I've heard so much about this wonderful event, and I wish the teams all the success. But I'm here today to talk to you about Lead SA. I'm not sure if you know of the initiative, but I'm going to take you through a presentation, and hopefully this will inspire you to carry on doing what you're doing so that you can also lead South Africa to the right place. As CEO of Prime Media Broadcasting, I've been very fortunate to lead one of South Africa's dynamic and independent broadcasting groups. But being at the helm of such a company has given me the advantage point of some of this country's gravest ills and also some of its most wonderful achievements. We have come through some tough challenges, both in our history and in our recent past. But many of these trials have produced miracles beyond our imagination, but I think have robbed South Africa of its basic moral values. And it was due to this feeling that Lead SA was actually born as an idea in our organization. And I think you can all relate to this because we see it in the abuse in our country on a daily basis. We see it in the disrespect, we see it in the indifference, we see it in the corruption and all sorts of other evils around us. So what happened was, long before the World Cup, I started having various conversations with groups of people within Prime Media Broadcasting about what I personally felt was a void in our business. And I didn't believe that our business had a purpose. And as a leader, one of the things you need to do is to find a purpose for your organization, and the purpose is not the balance sheet, despite what your board directors might say. And although that's a very important part of your business, if you're driven by a purpose and something that is driving you from your heart and not from your head, the numbers follow. And after various consultations and lots of wrangling, in fact, I'm being polite, lots of fighting and shouting, we launched Lead SA on the 4th of August last year with the independent group of newspapers as our partners. The campaign, well, I don't like to call it a campaign because that sounds like a bunch of ponytailed guys from an advertising agency and you normally run out of money. But this is an initiative that is driven by the hearts of people within Prime Media Broadcasting, and the plea is obviously to the public because it is up to you, particularly you, the youth, to drive this initiative. But just worth mentioning is I've had many opportunities to spend time with Mr. Mandela, and before we launched, we went for his approval of it. And it was, I always get emotional when I speak about it, but when I showed him what we wanted to do, he simply looked at me and asked, "What took you so long?" So our vision is a modest one, born out of a need to see South Africa perform to its full potential. Our objective was to influence the immediate sphere of our consumers into, at very least, just being positive about their country, and at most, just being moved to do the right thing in your environment. Lead South Africa simply seeks to get you as individuals, not corporates and not companies, you as individuals, to look within and be the change you want to see in this country. So in short, it is to create an active civic society. It is so powerful if South Africans just stop moaning and start doing. And it's amazing what we've achieved. We're only 10 months in, and what's been achieved under this banner for now. That's quite incredible. We were expecting some skepticism. In fact, we were expecting some serious opposition from some quarters, mainly government. And they have been incredibly supportive of this campaign. And what we didn't anticipate was the torrent, the mass torrent of support that Lead SA has generated in its short 10 months. It is as if South Africans have been eagerly awaiting such an initiative to come into their lives. Old and young, rich and poor, people of all shades and persuasions have embraced our call to stand up and become leaders in their own right. I truly believe that every individual is a leader within their own right and can make a difference. As far as companies are concerned, they are advocating the values of Lead SA in their organizations. They are also sending proposals through to me. Lead SA basically is driven by myself and 2 others in the organization. And to date, we are sitting with 38,000 proposals from corporates. I do read all of them. And I am going to take a bit of swipe at the corporates now, because if you read the proposals, somewhere buried deep below, they're looking for free advertising for an initiative that they feel they should be doing. And that is not what Lead SA is standing for. So we do not get behind companies' CSR projects. I believe that those are excellent and should go ahead. It's more about doing the right thing because you truly want to do it, not because we might mention it on air and you get free airtime to promote your business. But what is mind-blowing about all these things is that many South Africans and corporate South Africa are really doing a lot of good work in this country, and we just have to keep going. We're targeting children in schools as our major drive, because I believe once you're corrupt, as an adult you're corrupt, and there's no turning you. But what we really need to do is get down to our children. I don't want to call you children, but young South Africans, from kindergarten right up to varsity. And you are the people we're trying to get through to just start changing your country and to be positive. But within the schools, they have downloaded a schools pledge. By the way, Lead SA is on a website. Everything is there that you might need to know about the initiative. And what's encouraging is, as we move through the schools, they're undertaking pledges, the kids are undertaking pledges as to what they are going to change in their lives, whatever they can. Some of the letters we get from the schools, children undertaking that they would stop bullying their colleagues, even some of the saddest letters from little ones going to challenge their parents on the way they bring them up, and trying to hold their parents accountable at home. So it's quite a sad scenario when you hear what's going on with kids in our country.